Alright, everything's looking up all good. Hello, internet! I've had delay on. I just checked. The delay's been on for probably like a good couple of streams, if not more. Oops. Oh well. Oops. We doing the clue before we do some TGS, or not the TGS, we did that last night. Some TGS reviews. Doing some 4A. With, I'll be honest, like there are parts of 4A I do remember. Weirdly enough, the one that is literally the origin of golf memes for this fucking community, I did not remember. I did not remember this arc, and I'm just like, what? And it's before all this other stuff I do remember? It also leads into stuff that I actually do remember too. Like, I don't remember that part. That's like one of the weirdly fun things about going back into a show that you have not watched in several years. And I've talked about it before, but it's like stuff blends together in a sense of, like, you stop remembering when something took place, you more or less remember the general order of things, but you don't remember how many episodes it went across or how many, like, or how long it took to do that thing. It's just like, oh yeah, we went from here to here to here to here to here. And also because of that, like, you tend to just, like, forget that, like, certain things happened. Because, like, I'm sure there's stuff I forgot that happened in Gaim as much as I remember. Yeah, golf memes I didn't remember. The previous arc before it, I do remember. Kind of. Actually, no, I don't remember that one really either. So it's kind of like 4 episodes I didn't really remember, and I'm like, oh yeah, until I, like, saw it, and it was just starting to, like, go, like, oh yeah, I know how this kind of goes-ish. But then I kind of got mixed up on, like, which horoscopes, which in terms of a certain thing. Wow, we can go just about anywhere. I guess the helicopter pad, since that's a thing for us. Well, Scarlet, we gotta try to dunk Scarlet in jail as always. We got a meme with that. But I didn't do any archiving today. I'm gonna do some archiving tomorrow, and I've decided that to speed up me archiving, what I'm gonna do is anything that I know I streamed, or that I'm going to check and see if I was the one that streamed it, I'm going to just leave it alone, and I'm just going to flat out just download everything else. So anything that Tommy streamed, which was primarily like TGSR back in the day, and any of the Rampant Game versus stuff, I'm just gonna straight up download all that. Just accept, just not gonna bother double checking it. Just gonna straight up download it, because it took me a while, because I was more or less checking the date something was streamed and cracking open the file and seeing the first couple minutes to see, like, title card wise what it was and whatnot. But that's gonna just take, it's just gonna bog down the process, and I might as well just try to blow through this as fast as possible. I I did see from talks from one of the Toku people who pointed out a video talking about the whole Kappa situation of more or less, look, Kappa has to, the FTC has to have a 3/5 agreement to investigate you, and the investigation is long, or to give you fines, and that has to come after a long-standing investigation process, and that is assuming you are in the U.S., because if you are overseas in any capacity, in any way, shape, or form, they can't really do anything about that. More or less, it's just a case of it would be a pain in the ass process to even remotely sue one person. They cannot do this in batches. So I guess back to the helicopter pad. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. You should be fine. Just mark your videos accordingly. If the YouTube algorithm decides to be a dick, well, it happens. Well, we got location. Okay, we just got everything. Alright. Scarlet, you're going to jail. What the fuck? What is this? Why does me memeing work? This should not have worked. And yet it has. We have dunked Scarlet in jail, and we have won the game through pure memeage. Hell yeah. Go to jail, Scarlet. Go to jail for every game you fucked me out of. Actually, I wanted to... Oops. I wanted Vampire Castle. I also wanted a 6-man game. Let's try that again. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to blow through this as fast as I can just to get it done. So like, hey, everything's backlogged it's backed up for once. I did have the thought, since I hit some of our old SWTOR stuff, and since it was in two separate videos, I thought about if we ever have to do re-upload this stuff, to edit it together using the dual stream overlay we have, and just play it like that. More or less just have it as one audio track. Unless we explicitly need a second audio track, which I might swap over. But that is a thought for another day. Thought for when I am less inclined to do something crazy and stupid. I almost commented to Molinus on DeviantArt because he's doing, what is it, 2 Ride Watch artworks a day. More or less catching up on the backlog of his custom riders and official riders that never got ride watches. 2 ride watches a day for the rest of the year. Well, technically it is the rest of the year, but for the entire month of December. And he's just like, "Oh, this is a crazy idea," and I'm like, "I know the feeling. I've done just the stupid things." That is my life, is a series of really dumb decisions that just make me pour a whole bunch of work into something for no other reason than just because I wanna. Well then. Why'd I have your card? You wouldn't happen to have the other 2 cards. So, well then, we're just gonna mark this outright. Oh, Carrie heard it TLC? Great. I did end up watching the pay-per-view since I have means to watch it. They are not so legal means, but I do have means to watch the WWE pay-per-views consistently now with Fire Stick. I sat down and watched some of it. It's fine. I think it's just one of those cases of like, wow, there is nothing going on in wrestling right now that I care about. There really, really isn't. Because like NXT and AEW, because of this transition, are like the two shows that I'm like, oh, I can't watch these really. Or at the very least, I can't like, because we do streams and stuff at the same time as both of those shows, and they happen at the same time, which means I would actually kind of want to watch them like the next day, and maybe watch them back to back. But I have no means of watching the back catalog of AEW or NXT at the moment. I don't think. I'd have to check the one app again to see. But thought. If I did, that's honestly how I would watch both, because like I've always heard of and known, especially from the bit of the NXT takeovers I've seen, that like NXT is really fucking good on the wrestling end of it, and I'm like, fuck, that's why I like wrestling. Fuck, I need to watch more takeovers. And then I watched the hardcore match, or the lights out match as they call it, for AEW, from AEW's like I think All Out pay-per-view, or was it a different one? Different name. I'm not super familiar with AEW's naming scheme for their pay-per-views, outside of they're all gambling themed, which, fuck, that's an aesthetic I can get down with. But if I could watch both of those like the next day on my own time, like I'd probably be down with that. I had the stupid idea of like trying to catch, like going back to when NXT started, proper NXT started, not reality show NXT. Fuck no. God no. God, I don't want to see that. I had enough of that when it happened live and I was around to watch it. I don't need to go back and relive reality show NXT. No. There are times when I, as a WWE fan, can go, you know, I remember that happening. I don't need to see that happen again. I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to relive that memory. Yeah, I can watch that. And for whatever reason, since my dog was hogging my bed last night after we got done, and I got my Fire Stick up and running and working, I don't know why. It was being a butt. For some reason, I landed on. Might as well, since we can get there. Question is, what do we pick? I didn't realize I had three suspect cards. Let's see if she has. She does not. Got it. Which means she does have Torch. Okay. Yeah, that eliminates 2 weapons for us. Nice. Very vici. Very nice. Okay, so we have location. Unfortunately, that's not the easiest one for us to utilize to get other things, but we are down 3 suspects because our hand is 3 fucking suspects for some fucking reason. And a 6-man game. How the fuck that happens, I don't know, but okay. We'll take it. So we just need to eliminate 3 weapons and then 2 suspects. That's not hard. We have 1 avenue of doing it. And funny enough, Geo was actually subbed today when I got up, which was very nice. It was very nice to get up and just be like, oh hey, 01, is it? I say Geo 01 subbed. Fuck yes. Let me go watch 01. It was pretty good all around. That's still not listed, of course not. Still no Soto 01. Oh, that's a weapon down for us. Yeah, that's a weapon down for us, and that gets us a card down for Azure. That doesn't get us much else, though. I think my only... If I had any problem with the episode, one of them is Izu's behavior, which I think is more or less justified because she's having in this weird midpoint in singularity, or in her singularity, or ascension to singularity, that maybe she's just like, oh, Jin, you should be happy. Your dick of a father is dead and, you know, isn't trying to control you anymore. Not realizing that Jin doesn't remember any of that. Or something. I'm not super sure. The other is, I don't like that Shining Assault debuted at the end of the episode. Not because that we did the exact same thing with Shining Hopper not that long ago. No, I really... It was more of, I wish they didn't do it because the visuals make too much sense for it to be Shining Hopper, because Shining Hopper's phrase is when I shine, darkness fades, and at the end of the episode, it takes place at night. Presumably, like, very late into the night. And when 01 transforms into Shining Assault, the sun rises. The sun does rise, and I wish it was Shining Hopper, not Shining Assault, but on the other hand, I get the visual thing of Shining Assault debuting here, because he is taking that step too far by using the assault trigger, because he's still pissed about Izu being injured, and he's facing off against Jin, who injured her, so balancing metaphors, balancing a lot of visual things here, I guess another part of me wish that this maybe got another episode. That we had like a full episode with the assault on Daybreak Town, had some goons and stuff get in there to assault the AIM squad. It wasn't just Jin and Hirobi taking on our main 3 riders and not much else. That was extended for a whole episode, and maybe the episode ended with Hirobi and Izu getting injured. Because we know Hirobi's not dead, because we see from the previews that Zaya has him. They have him restrained. And I'm like, you wouldn't restrain him if he's a fucking corpse, so... he is, in fact, not dead. Ocean! That knocks off both of those things, so you didn't have either one of those cards. Okay. That puts us 50-50 on weapon. Nice. Yeah, I kind of wish this was a 3-parter, but I'm guessing it's one of those cases of, because there is a break in 2 weeks, they don't want to end us on a cliffhanger going into next year, or at least from what we've seen episode summary rise. So they want a clean break going into the new year, because we are starting more or less a brand new arc with Thouser, and I assume from what we're seeing in the preview that I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say that because of the dialogue from the vice president saying, "Oh, we're going to have a vote of no confidence in the president," aka you, Aruto, more or less Aruto's out as president. Zaya's president is going to come in and more or less have a hostile takeover of hidden intelligence. And that is what is going to be... It's what is going to prompt, I guess, Aruto and Izu to be more or less becoming vigilantes almost, in a sense. Like, just going rogue with the hidden driver and all the ProRise keys, just taking them and running and being like, fuck no, he's not getting them, he's not getting our tech. Izu's gonna, like, put a lockdown on the satellite to where, like, Aruto can still access it, but, like, no one from Zaya can until they find a backdoor in. But considering that they've reawoken the arc, they more or less have that. So they have their own thing at the moment, so it wouldn't even matter if Izu locked them out. Which, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the entire point of Zaya's plan for Metsubo Jinrai, was just to get them to reawaken the arc and to get it operational, so he can more or less hijack it and use it for his own machinations, whatever those may be. Well, we know you got a kitchen now. We marked out something, didn't we? That's bedroom. I mean, we can mark out all this. Peach! It was Peach! It was Peach all along! Damn, we are halfway through the turn. We need to get through 2 people, and we might have a shot at getting this. If I can get to the graveyard, we might be able to win the game. Might. Very much dependent on how these 2 turns go, whether they would give us the information or not. Or at the very least, put us on the right track. So if we can get the graveyard, we can get Graveyard Peach, and one of the 2 weapons. And if we get a proc or not, or whether or not we get a proc, we will have the answer then. So. Wait, it's Torch? Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. It's Torch, then. Fuck, right. I just assumed she had Torch, not... I'm an idiot. We've had the answer the whole time, and it was right under our nose. Let's just confirm it. There's only one part that I might be wrong on. Nah, we got it. Of course, I could have went in here since I got that information, just throw out a bullshit guess just to see what fucking cards I could get. Well, Pete, you're going to jail. To the Wild West. 3-man. I'm doing backups tomorrow. I remembered Frozen Stratos talking. I remember Frozen Stratos saying he did the Master Swords. Not that Master Sword. The Ryusou Master's weapons from the first episodes of Ryu Soldier on Shapeways, and I was like, you know, if I don't know anybody who can 3D print it, I could upload the Shapeways and see like what the price on it would be there. I would just need to put a model together for them, and I double checked the modeling program I have, and oh look, it can output the blah 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 blah. The file type they need, or one of the file types they need. So, I might do that tomorrow or such. Granted, I do need to grind. Yeah, I should grind. Tommy grinded for the Nuzlocke. Excuse me? 5 of my cards are fucking locations plus a whip? Okay. Alright, game, sure. Let's roll with this then. I was just looking over because my Fire 6 in screensaver mode with a bunch of photos. More or less a bunch of the desktops I've made. I saw one of my old phone one, which still had Night Rouge and Bloodstark on them with Grease, and I was like, fuck, Grease must have just debuted, and Grease must have just debuted because there's no Night Rouge, and I did not replace both of those with proper Rider Rouge and proper Evolt images just yet. It's funny when you can like tell when some things come, or you can timestamp certain things just by looking at it, like. Just like seeing one of the TGS titles be a reference to Build, I'm just like, oh, that was Build just debuting or something. Is why I put it like that. Because I think there's like three TGSs in a row, or 4. It should be 4. That I did them all based off Ruby. Like they're all themed after the main 4 characters of Ruby. Damn it, no Scarlet to dunk in jail. Fine, we'll dunk ourselves in jail. We will meme with ourselves. I was going to hope that I got stopped there. I was just like, please stop me here. Please, please, please. Thank you. Thank you. Oh boy. I got worried. I guess we're checking Jason Pickaxe in the sheriff's office for the moment. At the very least, Pickaxe. Before we hit a different location, see what we get. My bird picture and like finding a Mustang 2 on my fucking college campus. I am so amazed by that someone actually fucking owned and drove a Mustang 2 around my college. Of all the different kinds of Mustangs you could fucking drive, a fucking Mustang 2 in good condition too. They took care of that thing. I'm just like, what? Okay, sure. And it wasn't somebody on campus too, because they had no parking permit and they had a ticket. And I was just like, what the fuck? I think I also remember that I was down that day from like stuff going on at the college, and I was just going to get food at the student union building, and it was just like, this fucking thing exists. And it just kind of picked me up just because I'm like, motherfuck. Me and like 12 other people know what the fuck this is on the planet. I was watching a video before I streamed of somebody who does toga stuff on YouTube was taking ideas from putting other people's ideas to a video since it was his so many subscriber video. I think it was Thomas J Tube on YouTube. I might be wrong on that. Blacksmiths. Sounds like the blacksmiths. I kind of skipped over the Sentai ones into the Rider ones. A couple of them were adaptations, a couple of them were new ideas. Gray with, wow, we got two options there. Gun? Gun? No? You have no gun. You have Gray or Blacksmith. Blacksmith. Interesting. But, I always like seeing people's custom stuff. It's why I joined, like, one Discord. Run by somebody on DeviantArt for writer stuff, because I just like seeing people's custom writer stuff. People just going, alright, let's take this aesthetic and just slap our own progress key in there and see what we can do. And slap our own thing in there. So take, like, the Force Rise suit aesthetic and just make our own progress key and writer for it, because why not? And even if we don't use that, like, still like use an existing driver, like make our own driver, but still use the suit aesthetic, or like make our own thing. Like, and I'm really up on this idea. I should like favorite some of his stuff, but one person on DeviantArt for writer stuff has a writer whose form changes are based off the bikes of previous writers, and how he turns that into really good looking armor. I'm just like, motherfuck, this looks so good. Damn. It is a really, like, cool idea. And, like, something, like, no way in hell, like, Toei would ever do that. Give you an anniversary rider whose gimmicks is just, here are various bike armors, and, like, how those would operate. And, like, how those would be done. And, like, only so many of the bikes really would, like, give you something new and different power set wise, because some of the bikes are just bikes. There ain't anything spectacular to them. Like, Forze's bike is nothing spectacular outside of it can go into space with the assistance of the powerdizer. Like, Meteor's bike isn't that special either. Wizard's bike's not that special unless you're counting the Wizard Dragon into the conversation. Like, what else? Like, Ryuki's bikes aren't even that special outside of, like, when Drag Raider evolves with Survive and becomes a bike. But still, like, trying to pull out, like, something neat and cool with that is just, like, that's a challenge. And I dig someone, like, taking on that challenge and trying that idea. Even if it's only just for, like, a personal even just for no one else but yourself, like still like challenging yourself, going, all right, how can I pull this idea off? Like, hey, I dig it. Makes me want to get back into writing and get back into just half baked or like half finished ideas and like concepts I have sitting in a folder on my computer that I should really get back to at some point. Well, that takes White out of the picture. And apparently White's got it solved. Plum, with the 6-shooter. The sheriff's office. Was she correct? Yes. Well. Ba-da-ba-dum, ba-da-dum. No solid train murder. Since the Runaway guys are currently putting out the Mario Party 8 boards, or Mario Party 8 videos for the train board. I saw John on Twitter say, "Oh, I saw what game I have to stream for Wednesday for words for Secret Santa," and it's just like, oh boy, hope you're ready, art people. It's gonna be a hoot. And I'm like, oh goody, what did you get? What dumb thing did you get? Well, Bandai put out their calendar. Wonder if 03 will go up some point tonight. The weapons in a location. Alright. Don't mind me, folks. I'm looking to see if AI03 will go up. Because I'd like to get at least through AI03 at the moment. I'm not... Probably won't be getting AI04, at least for a little bit. But I would like to get at least through 3. Especially since, like, now that Kuga Chronicle, like, the next Chronicle set is Commander Kuga, I'm like, oh boy, whoo, I can ignore it. Hell yeah. I can ignore that Chronicle and move on to, any other... I can, like, take anything I'd be spending on that and, like, put it back towards, polishing off X8 or build. Especially since I've decided to add fucking more to the filler stuff on that. I've added, because I actually added, the Hell Brothers and, two kilobus to it. In, normal Chronos, since I have both Chronos in it. But, excuse me? Okay! That's, well, that's interesting. Oh, goody. My turn. You know, if it was something else I could utilize, I would, but no, fuck it, let's make the whole gas. Do the whole shebang. Somebody had to do it. Alright, which card are you gonna show me? Azure. Or not Azure, Peacock. Why did I say Azure? That's Peacock, not Azure. The wrong blue. Azure's the dark blue. Peacock's the light blue. But, yeah, I added those. I forgot what else I have filler-wise. For X8 and build. Those are the only 2 series I would want filler stuff for. Because otherwise, there's not really anything I would want extra. Because, like, 0-1 is more or less just going to be like, hey, I want to get, like, whatever sets of 0-1 I want at the moment, so... Right now, it's kind of turning into just about every mainline suit, because, like, I have every... Well, we're right back there. Yeah, Doran with a beat for Poppy, Dragonite Hunter for Laser Level 0, Chronos, Fuma, right, I added Fuma. Which means I think that gets me just about every Rider villain from both X8 and Build besides, like, the Bikeizers. And that's just like a repaint of the Hell Brothers, and I'm like, I'll just take the Hell Brothers and just have their combined form. I kind of wouldn't want to bother with, like, trying to track down a second Hell Brothers body to get both of them on display, or a third body to have all 3 of them. That's crazy. I'm not that crazy. Other people are. I'm not. I'm good. I'm happy with 1. Hey, really? Apparently I'm not paying attention. That shouldn't surprise anyone. probably doesn't help that I was looking at Discord at the moment because a character in Street Fighter 4 got a gender swap for some reason, and I was reading the explanation for why the gender swap exists. More or less, it's a case of, it's a robot. We put the robot's brain in the female body because fuck it. Okay. What? Okay. I was just making sure because I was just like, okay, Whitehead's okay, I'm not crazy, and thinking it was just like, okay, did I mess something up, but I was trying to fix it, and this is like, oh, okay, good, no, we're fine, everything's fixed now, I assume. I'm not crazy yet. Concourse. Ugh. Oh yeah, fucking the 2 locations down to Peacock. Great. Let me guess, you have Peacock. Of course you do. What else would you have had? Okay, I didn't know this about the original 2 riders and all of their suit differences. They happen most of the time apparently because they didn't have the materials to repair the suits on set. It was just a case of, shit, we need to fix this. What paint do we have? Oh, we only have red paint to repair our green gloves and boots. Fuck it, the boots and gloves are red now on Nego. Fuck it. That's some real true shoestring budget. Fuck it, let's roll with what we got. That's the kind of shit that can only happen back in the day. Most of the time. Well, Scarlet got fucked. Damn it, Scarlet's in the game and I haven't gotten to fucking accuse her of anything. Damn it. Damn you, game, for refusing to let me meme. Well, you still have one of these cards. Great. So we have been led on this wild goose chase for your cards. Only for one of them. Not even 2, like it was a couple games ago when I won. Because I found that out. No, only one of the cards is yours. Well, the person didn't have either one of the cards, actually. Okay, you don't have that card, which means you have this card. Alright, so we know weapon. We know location. And Scarlet's going to self-dunk herself in jail, I have a very, very good feeling on. Or no, Scarlet's going to be dunked in jail by Plum. Hell yeah. Scarlet, you go to jail! Not by my hand, at least! This is a partial victory for me! I take that victory! Alright, one more. You know, not many people must play this game, considering how high I am on the board for playing like once a week. Let's go for some snow since it's fucking winter. No snow around here. I would say yet, but the odds of that are extremely slim at times. Fuck. We did get some slush this past week. Not proper snow, more slushy snow. I guess while the game's getting set up, I might as well dump the notes in Discord. So they're there. Doop, 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 doop. Doop, doop. And I might as well start updating the dashboard. Just not hit done. Okay. The Q dodges, they're real! I don't really hit Q dodges in this game. What the fuck's happening? Oh, and I guess for the next week or so, there are lightsabers in Fortnite now because of the Star Wars event. So, I might play me some Fortnite tomorrow or Tuesday. I don't know if I'm gonna grind. I think I'm fine on levels. I know I've forgotten which locations I needed to mark off as I've done my 3 checks on. Because I feel like there's a location early on that I forgot to mark that I've done my 3 checks on. I don't remember which location, so might need to go back and check that at some point. Hot tub room since it's first on the list. I don't know. We're just gonna roll the dice on locations and stuff and see. You beat him to death with a ski. Extremely difficult, I know, but or not. I will dunk you in jail yet, Scarlet. Just you wait. And now I'm being slow. Yay. Finish I thought I had earlier. Since I was waiting for my dog to either get out of my bed or to move to a different part of my bed so I could go to bed because he's hogging it, I landed on the Tangled animated series that Disney is still currently doing, because they're doing 3 seasons of it, to fill in apparently the year gap between the end of the movie and the start of a special they did for the wedding of Rapunzel. I actually like it. It's kind of funny. I enjoyed it. It might have also been one of those. I'm watching this at like 3 o'clock in the morning because I have nothing better to do, and I can't go to sleep, so I might as well binge watch something for like 6 episodes. And it's like, oh look, this is funny and entertaining enough for me at 6 in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning. But since I got Disney Plus for a year because my uncle, and like trading in his phone and getting a new phone, they gave him like a year for Disney Plus. So, like, hey, we got a year of Disney Plus. Cool. I'll make a use out of this for a year. Mainly just, hey, I can watch Mandalorian with like no delay or anything. I refuse to not gas Scarlet. I refuse to not attempt to dunk Scarlet in jail. Damn it. Should I remove the plug for 175 that's in the plugs list? Because I just remembered. Oh yeah, I don't think you ever did an updated one for that. For 200. Oh, let me remove that then. Well, that one's gone now. Because you never gave me an updated one, so I assumed they just remove it. Especially since we got the Polymer goal up there. I wave my hand pointing at it, assuming I have a camera pointed at me that would let me point in the actual direction of it. I was about to say, I think all mine use the same source. Yeah, they all use the same source for me. So they're removed from all of them. Assumingly. Well, that's a role we're gonna have to have some fun with. You maybe did. I don't, apparently. After having to go check it. You did it with a ski pole. You stabbed it with a ski pole. Hey, we got something to chase now. It's not Scarlet, though. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. We cannot dunk Scarlet in jail. No. My memes. The memes. Damn it, Scarlet. You win this time. You won't be so lucky next time. Assumingly. And now I get to be paranoid for the rest of the night of just like, hey, 03 up on Ami? Can I order it from Ami? No. Just refresh every like 10 minutes or so, just being like, nope, continue to be no. Well, we know it wasn't Peach then. Which means you have rope, which gives us Ice Axe's weapon. But that's all we fucking got. Great. Great. Giddy. Oh wait, no, that doesn't confirm my attacks. Why did I do that? That's not right. I'm dumb. I can't read my card. I can't read. It's hard.
To be fair, I was wondering why you did that too. And then when Scarlet suggested ski pole, I was like, okay, he'll realize it then.
Yeah.
I'm willing to more lay the bet on ski pole might be the weapon.
Probably. we got X's on Peacock. Scarlet's got that card.
Scarlet's got an observatory.
Yep.
How can I guess that one? So, to me, that's kind of looking like I would keep sticking with Azure and ski pole.
Yeah. Did you get to watch 01?
No.
For the week? Oh, okay.
Well, for which week?
This week.
The one that
the one that just debuted.
The one that aired yesterday?
Yes.
No.
Oh, okay.
I got to thinking about that because I don't think I had seen it when we did last week's TGSR either, so that was why I was like, which one?
Well, I was thinking last week's didn't come out till Monday, so
I think you're right.
That's why I was like,
I think I still didn't wind up watching it till like Thursday.
That happens. I'm still like 3 weeks behind on Ryusoulger.
No, I take that back. I didn't watch it till yesterday because I watched Ruby and it. I forgot about that, actually.
I actually didn't watch the episode until I got up because I took a nap yesterday. right before it aired, and I was just like, I guess I get to watch it when I get up. And so I got up, and I was just like, oh, goody, we end here. And I didn't remember when the hiatus is.
Which one is it?
It's the week after.
Okay.
No. They didn't end us on a cliffhanger, no. Next week's cliffhanger is the cliffhanger for like 2 weeks.
I feel like next
great.
week, though, is going to set up pretty much what we're going to see for the downhill of the season.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, boy. Especially now that they've set up, oh yeah, Atlas is flying because of the fucking artifact, not because the gravity does. And I'm just like, fuck, you wouldn't mention that if that's not going to be a problem.
And I noticed something that I'm like, ooh. Did you notice what's in the picture?
Yeah. Like, here's the thing: when he picked up the picture and he had his finger over the other person, I'm like, that's fucking Watts, isn't it? I just waiting, puts it down. Watts is there, and I'm like, fucking course it is. I knew it. I figured you just leave it hidden for a while, but no, you showed it to the audience being like, yeah, fucking Watts. And I'm just like, fuck, of course. What's worse is nobody knows who fucking Watts is.
Yeah. Like, he's honestly been the background player.
Yeah.
Like, even so far in this season, where he's actually had a little more manipulation for what the event's going on, it's like he's still a background player.
Well, it helps that his whole spiel is to be in the background and just do that.
And that's making me kind of wonder if that's gonna change by the end of this season, because I feel like they want it to minorly change, but not create a big draw just to him.
Oddly, I feel like this volume, with as much as they focused on this, like, political conflict, I feel like this season is the most chess game of any of the volumes, of just, there's not going to be that much action outside of just handling the usual Grim threat. Most of this is going to be just trying to solve this problem without throwing someone out off a window. Because throwing someone out of a window will not solve this. Okay, it won't solve the bigger problems. It will solve somebody's emotional problems, depending on the person who gets thrown out a window.
Very true. I feel like you're probably right on that.
Mm-hmm.
And even maybe to the point where we're probably not even going to have a big conflict at the end of the season. I feel like this is going to be something that we're not going to necessarily end it on a cliffhanger, but we kind of are at the same time.
If we do have a conflict, I feel like it's just going to be, we're going to have to push the Grim back, and oh look, we've united everyone to do so.
I don't even know if that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like that's next volume.
True.
Because we're kind of in that new 3-volume arc kind of deal.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's going to drag out and it's going to take all 3 before everyone knows kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like that's going to either be the ending for this to kind of set up the events next volume, or that's going to be something super early next volume to kind of cause everything to just start playing out.
Mm-hmm.
And it wouldn't surprise me if come volume 9 we might see some kind of a big conflict.
Oh,
Maybe potentially including Salem.
I would not be surprised if we are getting closer and closer to, yeah, no, we're gonna come into direct conflict with our big bad. We keep building towards it. Like we're gonna hit that point. We're kind of.
I think now at this point we've about had enough development for all of the underlings to kind of make for a decent fight.
Yeah. And like, assuming we would hit every location before we end the series, the only place we haven't hit is Vacuo at this point.
Which I would kind of feel like that would be the Volume 9 setup.
Yeah.
I feel like 7 and 8 is... I feel like these two are going to be the weird ones because we're going to act... I feel like we're probably going to finish what we need to do in Atlas by the end of 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then 9 be more or less the initial start of kind of the in-game kind of concept.
Yeah. And that's assuming the novel doesn't count as us hitting Vacuo, since, you know, our tertiary team of Team Coffee are the stars of that book. And another book to come.
I doubt it.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't help that the initial summary for that book mentioned the sword. And mentioned Shade Academy, and it's just like, Well,
the reason I kind of say I doubt it is because I feel like the whole letting everyone know about Salem might also be the reason for them to have to travel to Vacuo, because of the fact of what we've been told.
Yeah.
That whole kingdom is like. I don't think they're going to be the ones to fully believe, and there's going to have to be someone go there to convince them.
Mm-hmm.
And that might be where the final climax kind of comes in for at least the initial big battle with Salem. I don't necessarily know if they would just end it with that. Like, I almost don't feel like that would be the right method.
Mm-hmm.
I almost feel like there should be at least a Volume 10.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe let Volume 9 be ending with Salem beating the crap out of them kind of deal, and making them realize they need to back up and try this again from a different angle.
Yeah.
Or maybe a case of they're missing some information, and then that's what kind of drags into the last.
Well, I do like that they're...
I definitely feel like we're getting close to the end.
Yeah, but I do like that they are now questioning the information they do have of just like, okay, Jen told us that, you know, she can't be beaten. No. She told them that Oz can't beat her. But it's like, we're checking the wording now. We're starting to realize, okay, we may have another option. We need to rethink the question. It might help that they're not dealing with shit every week right now.
That might be the point where we finally wind up starting to see that difference too.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think they're going to, per se, end it. Because, at least with Volume 9, because the fact of that's going to be a lot of development for Ruby's mastering of the Silver Eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Which seems like all of Salem's group thinks that might be something of danger, so potentially that could be the reason she can be defeated.
Well, I would assume so, because she is I know. Give me a minute. I'm working on it. You can go wake somebody else up and have them let you out if you were that anxious. All right, give me a second.
Okay.
But what I was going to say, assuming the OBS recovers. Okay.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, it's fine. Just had to derp there for a second. I was about to say, Salem's part Grim, isn't she?
I believe.
Or at least some major part of her.
That's how it was kind of described.
Yeah, I was about to say, a major part of her is Grim. And, oh, look what happened to someone who was only slightly Grim.
But, okay. To this, I'm going to also say, though, they also seemed very confident that they've dealt with people with silver eyes before.
True.
So, simply having silver eyes doesn't necessarily mean you're a weapon to defeat Salem.
Yeah.
That's the other reason why I'm like, I think season 9 or volume 9 is going to be the technical loss for all of them against Salem.
Mm-hmm.
And we might see 3 more volumes. They might try to cram it all into one and kind of do the final with maybe Ruby actually learning to master her silver eyes and then the final confrontation.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how you take each of the 3 volumes theming wise. Whether you would need a 4th theme to cover like 39-ish episodes ish.
I mean, there's 2 options to that. I mean, the thoughts that I'm going off of is basing off of Volume 9 is going to be the Vacuo focused one.
Yeah.
And we're going to be completely done with the Atlas stuff by then. If the Atlas stuff winds up dragging out through 9, then maybe that would give those next 3 the ability to also let her master her silver eyes while taking care of stuff in Vacuo.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a couple of different ways they could go with it, but I honestly don't see too much of a need to stay in Atlas too much more.
No.
Like, I think by the time we get through all the stuff that's going on this volume, there's not going to be really enough to force it to go past next volume.
Yeah. And OBS is trying to die on us. Or at least Twitch's connection to it is trying to die on us, because you're not breaking up for me at all, but OBS is breaking up for me.
That doesn't surprise me one bit.
Which tells me that's on Twitch's end. So, yay! So, if you're ready...
I guess so.
Alright, I'm gonna take the stream down, we're gonna get set up, and we're doing Forza here in a little bit, folks. Stick around.